Okay, so hey you guys, it's your girl Key coming back at you with another story time. So, in today's story time, we're going to talk about how this random unknown person happened to find me. Let's get into it, people. Let's do it. So, this takes place when I was in college and I was staying in the dorm room. So, when you stay in the dorm room, they give you what you call it, the PO box. They have like the little mini post office on campus, and they give you the little PO boxes or whatever. So that's what your mail comes to. So okay, I used to go check it just about every day. Now this particular day, the only reason that this particular day stood out is because one, I received some mail that I've never received before. Two, one of my friends was down there. So when I went to the mailbox, little PO box or whatever, I went to go get my mail. And I just happened to see one of my homegirls. So I open the mailbox, I get my mail out, I close it, lock it back. I go down there to her, she getting her mail out, and we walk off or whatever. So when we get to my dorm room, she ended up coming with me. So when we got to my dorm room, I had put the mail on my desk, and I know it was in my dorm room because I remember I was doing something. I don't remember what I was doing, but I know I was like going back and forth in my room, and I bumped the desk and knocked the mail down. When I knocked it down, she seen it and she was like, "You know somebody in jail?" And I was like, no, nope, nope. So then I had took the mail from her, and this is the first time that I've actually looked at it. Like, I never looked at any of the mail. So I look at the mail and I see it's a letter in there from the Mississippi correctional, I don't know, it was something like that or whatever. So I was like, oh no, this ain't to me. Like, it didn't have a who it came from on the outside of the envelope. So I was like, I don't know, but it ain't to me. Whoever this is, they just put it in the wrong mailbox. So my friend was like, you should read it. They ain't gonna never know. You should read it, then we can just tape it back up. Okay, so I ain't gonna lie, curiosity was getting the best of me, y'all. I wanted to see what's in this letter, but I'm like, no, no, I'm not gonna open it. I'm gonna just take it back down there, let them know, like, hey, I got somebody else's mail by mistake, So later on, I go on about my day. We leave out or whatever, and later on, I was in my room. It actually was that night. I was getting ready to go to bed, and I just kept looking at this letter because I'm like, y'all, I gotta know what's in this letter. So I opened it. I did. I opened it. So when I opened the mail, I opened up the envelope, and I'm like, So I like shook it out on my desk because I didn't know, like, what if this person is trying to like poison the person? Because you gotta think this is like the early 2000s, so this is like not really during the anthrax threat, more so like, say if the last case reported on the news is probably like 5 months ago or some this is during this time. So I'm shaking that joint out the thing because I'm like, this could be a trick. Somebody could be trying to poison me. He could be trying to poison the person he's sending the mail to. Who knows? So I shake it out. I shook it off, got a pen and was doing this. Then I got a hair clip and was like shaking it, trying to see if something was gonna come out. Then that never come out to me. So eventually I flip it over and I'm looking at it like it's on notebook paper. This is a letter that somebody wrote. So I'm like, oh, what if they try to tell somebody like, hey, dispose of this evidence, dispose of that evidence? Well, on one hand, I'm going to school to be a cop, so you have sent this letter to the wrong person. Two, let me see what is in this letter. So I get to read. And I'm like, oh, okay. After the first sentence, I realized that this is like a love letter that somebody wrote to somebody. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm sitting there reading and reading and reading, and I'm like, oh, okay. I get to the end of the bottom of the front page and turn and realize there's writing on the back of it too, and it continues and continues, and I was like, hold up, it's like It's like 5 pages of this. I'm like, I ain't got time for this shit. I ain't got time to be sitting around reading no 5-page letter front and back. You did it. And then I was like, damn, he got a lot of time. Then I thought about like, oh yeah, technically, he do got time. So I just pretty much drop it in the mail, in the garbage. I don't even think about it no more. It never even crossed my mind that, hey, that's still somebody else's mail. You should probably go return that to that person or whatever. I'm just going on about my business. So, uh, I say probably like a week later. I don't know. I had my work polo on, and it's like my skin is irritated. It's not really itching, but it's irritated. That's why y'all see me keep rubbing right here. I don't know why it's so irritated, like why it feels like that. But I'm thinking it's that dang on polo. Anyway, back to the story. That ain't got nothing to do with that. Anyway, so he sends another letter. I say about a week go by and there's another letter. So I just plain took it to the front and was like, I was still in the little minute post office on campus. So I take it up there and tell them, take it to the little desk part, tell them like, hey, I'm getting somebody else's mail. This is the second letter. I threw the other one away. I forgot to bring it back. And she was like, what? You can't throw away other people's mail? Then she looks at it and she was like, oh, here, take it, read it. Ain't no telling what's in there. It might be money or anything in there. She was like, them jail then just be sending all type of stuff through the mail. So I was like, so I just throw the letter away. I'm not gonna write back. And shit, that last one I opened was like a 5-page. I'm not finna be reading no damn. I ain't got time to. I didn't have time to read the first one. I damn sure ain't got time for this shit. Hell no. So I just threw the shit away. Hell. So then I say after about another week or so go by, and I just started getting like letters like every day. They weren't as long, but I was getting. It was more so like because I realized that one of them was thin, so I was like, I opened that one because I was like, okay, this was thin. This gonna be something different in here. But when I opened it, it was like a poem or something. So I was like, oh my god, like you got too much fucking time. I'm steady throwing this mail away. So then one day I'm in my room. Now, I don't know. For those of you who have been on a college campus, everybody pretty much had that same prefix, and usually your dorm room is your last four. Like if you're in 510, your dorm room is gonna be like 510 for the or it'll be like 0510 for your last four digits. So when a dude called my phone, first of all he called and he just started talking. So I was like, and keep in mind, I just picked up the phone and said hello, and there was a guy on there talking. So, I'm thinking this one of the boys from one of the dorms on campus that can call playing on the phone. So I'm like, stop playing, stop calling here. So I hung up. So then he calls back again. Not like right back, but he called back again, probably like 30 minutes to an hour later. He called back. I'm still in my room, so I answered the phone, hello. And it's him again. So I'm like, who are you? Why do you keep playing on my phone? So we're going to give this boy the name Mr. Beast. One, because I was just listening to some of his music this morning. Two, because that's who he kind of put me in the mindset of. So, hold up. Wait a minute. Because your P.O. box is not associated with your dorm room. You don't get a certain P.O. box because you got, like I said, if my dorm room was 510, I didn't have a P.O. box that said 510. It was like 967 50312 something. Like it was a long P.O. box number. And they just randomly give it to you. Like you have to come down there, show them that you did get registered for school, and showing your paper from where the house mother of the dorm, where she be signed off on it, saying like this is your room, blah blah blah. You take that over to the little post office, and they just assign you the first PO box that comes up, honestly. And you have to do this every semester. So when he called back the second time, and started talking again, I'm like, who is this? Why do you keep playing on my phone? How you? And I was finna say, how did you get my number? Then I thought about like, man, y'all need to stop playing on the phone. So he like, I'm trying to talk to you. I'm trying to see how your day was and make your day go a little bit better. Blah blah blah. Get off my phone. Click. I hang up. So the next day, phone call again. So at this point, I'm just sitting there because I'm like, okay, it's a regular. How do you put it? A regular? I had a regular house phone type of phone in my dorm room. Even though I had a cell phone, your dorm room naturally comes with a phone line, and you just go buy a house phone and plug it in. Okay, boom. So I'm sitting there because in my mind, I'm thinking like, you keep in mind, he don't realize that it's not like he can see me, so he don't know that I don't have the phone up to my ear. I'm just sitting there with the phone in my hand like. So then I started thinking, because I'm trying to figure out a way like, okay, I don't I don't really have a way to like block this number. I don't know. I know like you can like *69, *67, blah blah blah, but I don't really have a way to actually block this number because I have a cheap house phone. I didn't get one of the more expensive ones where I don't know, depending on how old you are, you might remember house phones back in the days where you could go into the settings, and I don't know if it actually blocked it or not, but your phone definitely wouldn't ring for certain phone numbers or whatever. I didn't have one of those types. I just had the regular pick it up, you know, the buttons is on the ear part of it. So, okay, like I say, I put the phone back up to my ear, and I'm like, what is it that you want? Who are you looking for exactly? Because you keep calling here for somebody. Obviously, you're looking for somebody. So tell me all day long. Spam. Back to the story. Anyway, so I'm like, now tell me who it is. And he like, you about ain't gonna know or shit. I know most of the people on this campus at this point because I'm always everywhere. So yeah, just tell me who you're looking for. I'm pretty sure if I don't know the girl, I'm sure one of my homegirls probably know her, or somebody got her on a team or something with them. Somebody gonna know her. I can find her for you, and I can tell you what room she in. You can stop calling my room. So he like, no, 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 she gone already. She gone. And I was like, what you mean she gone? What? So don't ask me why in the hell I'm like even entertaining this, even still on this phone. Because I have no clue who this person is, where they are, why they're calling, who they want. So he like, yeah, she graduated. Then why in the hell are you still calling here? What's wrong with you? What are you looking for, her ghost or something? Did she pass away too? What the fuck? What's going on? So he's like, yeah, she graduated. I'm just calling. Click. I ain't got time for this dumb shit. What the hell is wrong with you, boy? So, okay. All right. I hang up the phone. I go on about my day, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So then that weekend came. It was like a Friday or Saturday night, and some of my homegirls was actually in my room, because I would take forever to get ready. I ain't even gonna lie. Back then, oh my baby, I'm talking about, I would have to repaint the nails, the toes, whatever. I had to be on point going out like you just don't understand. The girl had to do it. I'm talking about hair had to be flawless. Nail, what? The fit, the hit, I wasn't bullshitting. I wasn't bullshitting. So I would always take forever, and I would always be the last one getting ready. So everybody in my room waiting on my ass as usual to finish getting ready. So it's like 5 of them in there. So the phone ring. I ain't thinking about this damn boy. It's been a few days since last time he called. I'm hoping he didn't got the point. So I pick up the phone. You know, I'm still trying to get ready. I'm like, hello? And then I kind of like put the phone down. I'm not even thinking about who might be on this phone and nothing else. I just put the phone to my chest like this. So now the phone is like, instead of it being in my ear, it's like this. And I'm like, hey, it's shit. Bitch, stop rushing me. Because somebody like, bitch, hurry up, put your goddamn shoes on and finish what you were doing so we get the fuck up out of here. We finna miss the, you know, y'all used to get, you know, you get in free for a certain time. So they're like, we finna miss the damn get in free time. So I'm like, hold on, I'm coming. Who had the bud? Who was rolling up? Is somebody gonna roll up, or do I need to roll up before we leave? They're like, God damn, bitch, we gonna be late. Okay, so I put the phone back to my ear, and he like, oh, okay, got your ass. And I was like, huh? Who the fuck it is? So, cause, hold up, hold up. So most of the time we be going and get ready to go out. We be kind of like, I guess they call it pre-gaming now, but we ain't really call it nothing back in the day. We just we finna go out. Oh girl, let's take some shots real quick before we leave. Let's hit this bottle. And college days was pretty much. That's we weren't mixing shit. We wasn't getting no chaser. We would just turn the bottle up past that bitch. So I know, terrible. Probably spreading germs like a motherfucker. But that's what the hell me and my homegirls did back then. I don't, whatever. Hey, it was a time. Anyway, so y'all, I'm getting hot. I gotta turn my air on for just a second. Just one little second. One little, just a little bit. Okay, so turn it back down because they got a little a little loud there. I don't need that coming through my camera. Anyway, so I'm on the phone and he's like, yeah, got your ass. And I'm like, what? Who the fuck it is? And like I said, he like, Mr. Biggs. You got me what? Why do you keep calling here? I ain't got, look, I'm trying to do some shit. Please stop calling here. And he's like, nah, hold up though. You said you wanted some bud? I got you. So I was like, man, I ain't got time for this shit. How the hell you got me? Who are you? So he was like, hey, I got a question. Is this dorm room, right? This the one that's still in the front of the building, right? That front door with that C curve. Well, the driveway was like a C. I knew what the hell he meant. Anyway, so I was like, okay. See, now you just kind of freaked me out. So now I don't really want to just hang up in your face because you just pinpointed the building, even though you don't know what room precisely, or then again you called the wrong number. So you might have since no last three digits of this number, or it's the wrong number. So I'm like, oh. So how you doing today? Did you have? Cause I want to make this stranger mad. So he's like, yeah. So, okay, look, I'm finna have my homeboy pull up. Give me like 15 minutes. And I was like, 15 minutes? Nigga, I ain't got no 15 minutes. We trying to get to the club, boy. You finna, look, we trying to get in before they start charging. I think like 10:30 or 11. We trying to get in there before they start charging. So, he was like, what club y'all going to? And I was like, freelance. So then one of my hungry was like, bitch, who are that? Who you talking to? What is that such and such? Let's just say if they was like, is that Toxic? She trying to go? Where she at? Tell her brigade. And I'm like, no, this ain't Toxic. This a dude on the phone. They like, what, man? Now you over here caking? No. No. So he like, yeah, I'm finna have my homeboy pull up. Don't even worry about it. I got a homeboy over there too. He owe me some favors. So when you get to the door, just tell him that you and your homegirls is here and just give him my name. He gonna slide y'all through the door. Slide a bitch through the door, or you mean like he gonna really open that motherfucker and let us go in there like and not charge us? Boy, you bullshitting. So I was like, hey y'all, It's a dude on the phone say he finna have somebody pull up and give us some bud, and he gonna get us in the club free. So she was like, my one homegirl was like, what the fuck? So I'm like, yeah. So they like, shit, tell them pull up, and I'm like, no, and they like, bitch. So then they started trying to whisper, and they like, bitch, let me talk normal so y'all can hear me. They like, bitch, we in the room with you. It's like 6 of us in here. So if he pull up and he try some shit, we all coming downstairs with you. You can stand out front and we'll walk around to the side. And like I said, if he tries something, we're gonna be on his ass in a second. I'm thinking like, bet, you know what? Because I can't have him come around to like say if this was the if the parking lot curved around this way, I knew that if I have him come to this side, they could be sitting right there on that corner right there, because it's like a little half a wall that people would sit on and smoke and hang out at anyway. So he wouldn't think nothing about seeing them girls outside the girl dorm hanging out right there. So I was like, all right, tell him pull up. So he was like, what you want? You smoke that mid or you want some gas? Which sound we was calling it some perp. That's what he said. You want some perps? I was like, shit, hell yeah, bring me some perp. So it wasn't even 15 minutes later, y'all. It was like 10 minutes later. He was like, hey, he called back and he was like, hey, look out your window and see, do you see we're gonna just, for the sake of the video, say a black Charger sitting on rims. And I'm like, yeah. You see a nigga with his hat, with a white hat. I say he got on a white hat and a gray jogging suit. He had on like a velour type of jogging suit. So I was like, yeah, is that you? And he was like, nah, that's my brother. Go out there. I'm scared today. I'm there. So I was like, all right, I tell you what, give me a minute. So I was like, dang, y'all, he pulled up too fast. We ain't outside yet. So then I was like, fuck it. I tell you what, because we can catch, instead of catching the elevator, we can go down the stairs, right? If we go down the stairs, instead of coming out into the lobby, we could go out that back door, and they could come around on this side, which is the side that would be closest to where he parked at, and I could come around from the other way. He don't know who he looking for until I get there. So that's what we did. They went one way, I came around a long way. When I got there, I walked past him and came over around to where I knew my homegirls would be standing behind me. So I was like, yo, you Mr. B's brother? So he like, oh yeah, what's up? Dang, shawty, he gonna be happy to see you. He gonna be happy to see you. You bad than a mug. I don't get that far. You gonna hold up. Okay, so now back to what I was saying. His brother was like, he gonna be glad to see you. He gonna be glad to see you. So I'm like, okay, so where is he? And he was like, you don't know where he at? And I was like, no, I don't know where he is. So keep in mind, he done pulled out like a nice sack and handed it to me. And I'm like, no, I don't know where he at. Nope. And so he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, actually, I ain't never seen him before. He's like, that back up to his old shit again. He back up to his shit again. He love them college girls. So I was like, what do he do? He was like, shit, shawty, you see it. Now that you see it. And I'm like, okay, I guess this is probably what he does. So, yeah, all right, hey, whatever. Thanks. I'm out. So he like, oh no, wait, shorty, hold on, wait a minute. So then he reaches in his back pocket. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, when he hit this number right here to reach in his back pocket, oh man, I'm talking about my heart just went like doop. Like my heart went through the bottom of my feet and shot back out the top of my head. It came back down again. I was like, oh, he finna kill me. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking in my young crazy mind, but anyway, so he was like, I guess he seen a look on my face. I was like, and so he was like, dang, shawty, you like you seen a ghost. And I'm afraid though, my brother told me to give you this, and proceeds to count out a few $100s and give it to me. So he was like, yeah, yeah. He said you was going out with your homegirls tonight. So there you go. He said, make sure y'all really turn up. Take a shot for him. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, who the fuck is this brother? Because I need to meet him now. Look, I'm going to sit you over here to get me what? Out of what? And this ain't never even seen me before that I know of. I don't know. But I don't think he's ever seen. I ain't never seen him. I don't even know who the fuck this is for real. So I'm like, shit, that. So, me and my homegirls leave. We get to the door. We in line. It's a long line at this point because it done got kind of late now. So when we finally get to the door, I thought about it and I was like, wait, hold up. Don't give him no money. And I was like, hey. So I had asked for somebody and he was like, oh, hell, here we go. So he walked off. It's like the guy at the door had like an attitude. So he walked off. He goes into the club. He comes back out with another guy. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, such and such told me to ask for you. Mr. Biggs told me to ask for you and let you know that I was here with my homegirls. And he was like, oh, you must be his new little shawty. And I was like, oh, I guess if you want to call it that, I don't know what to say because I don't know who the fuck this is. But hey, hey, I'm not gonna turn down free shit either. So he like, okay, how many you got with you? And I'm like, 5. So he like, damn, shawty, you rolling deep. Yep. Always. There's always a crowd of us, even though it wasn't always a crowd of us. I just had to say that to him because I need for you to know that I need you to think that there's always a bunch of people with me so that you won't get it in your mind that you're going to come kidnap my ass. You need to feel like if I get this bitch, I'm going to have to, it's going to be on. It's how I need for you to feel. So, it's like, okay. Didn't realize that air was still on and on. Anyway, so, he let us in. We had a good time. It was a vibe. So, the next day, my phone is ringing and ringing, and it wakes me up out of my sleep eventually. And I get up and I go over there and I'm like, because, it's I'm still kind of lit from last night. So, So, eventually, I pull myself together for real and start realizing who I'm talking to on the phone. It's Mr. Biggs. He's like, oh, okay, I see you enjoyed yourself last night. Shit, my brother get you right with that sack though? And I was like, yeah, shit, he bought me like 2 ounces. And he was like, yeah, I like to keep my shot straight. So I was like, who are you? Like, where are you? And why do you want to talk to me? Because let's be for real, I don't know who the hell you are. This is very strange that some strange man that I've never seen, never heard of, never interacted, I've never met you in person, but you're telling me that you're willing to send all this shit over here. You done got me and my homegirls into the club free. I don't know if you called that nigga too, but you definitely got us into the club free. We done took mad shots, drinks, and everything because of course, I didn't show it out like, whatever. Anyway, but yeah, we had a time, okay? We had a very good time at that club the night before. So, I had to tell him, like, thank you, I appreciate it, but I still need to know who you are, where you are, what it is that you want from me, because you're a stranger. So he like, well, did you get the letters that I sent? Boom! That's when it hit. That's when it hit. What the brother was saying about, you don't know where he at? That's why he had that look on his face that, you don't know where he at? Oh, yeah, no, you saying he back at his shit again, so I'm going to assume that this shit is probably the reason that his ass is in jail, is for some shit like what you just brought to me, even though I ain't complaining about it. I'm very happy. Thank you very much, bro. But, still, I can only assume that it's like it just instantly came full circle for me. Like, you're the dude that's been sending the letters. So I was like, who did you write those letters for? Because them letters weren't for me. You was talking about that first letter. I read it. I didn't read the rest of them, but I did read the first one. And that got kind of intimate there toward the bottom of the first page. And he was like, yeah, did you read the rest of it? And I was like, no, I don't have time for that type of shit. Boy, I'm in college and I need a job. So no, I don't have time to sit around reading no 5, 6 page letter. After the first page, it was in the garbage. I ain't gonna lie. I got enough reading to do for school. I don't have time for to be reading no damn love letter. And to be honest, I ain't got time to sit down and write you one back either, bro. I appreciate the money and stuff. Then he like, no, 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 you ain't gotta write one back. You ain't gotta write one back. I know, but shit, I ain't get this long this time. I only got 6 months this time. I'm confused. What is it that you want from me? Cause what are you talking about? So he's still like, he like, my bad, y'all. I'm getting a little thrown off because I'm trying to listen to something that I was hearing just then. Anyway, so he was like, "Nah, it's cool. You know, I understand. I just want to have a shawty to come home to." Boy, I stay. Are you confused now? Is the question because I don't have a home for you to come to. What are you talking about? I'm only in this dorm room for this semester, um, and you can't come here. You can't, like, if you're not a student, they won't even let you up here. So what are you talking about? Like, I don't have anywhere for you to stay. And he's talking about, no, 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 I got a house. My brother just keeping everything straight for me while I'm in here. But yeah, yeah, I promise you everything gonna be good, shawty. Just like, stick with me. What are you talking about? So then I was like, I just plain need to call you back. And he was like, because he was like, how you gonna call me back and I'm in jail? I don't know. But I want to get off this damn phone. I want it off of the phone. So, so, he like, okay, well, I'll just call you back later. My brother say you look real good. Have a good day, beautiful. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, all right, thank you. Deuces. So, I go ahead and get dressed or whatever. So later on, I meet up with one of my homegirls from the night before. So I was telling her, I was like, girl, he called back. You ain't gonna never believe this motherfucker in jail. So she was like, oh, that's perfect. Bitch, what? The hell you talking about? No, it ain't. I don't want no jail, nigga. I know I'm a dude. What you talking about? So she like, yeah, that's perfect because if he gonna just randomly send money and weed and all that shit over here, and bud and stuff like that over here, and his ass is locked up somewhere, that mean you still could do shit. You could take the money and still go chill and hang out and go on dates and everything else. So I was like, yeah, I ain't never think about it like that. Never really thought about that. So then when he called back later on, why am I still answering the phone? So, like a dumbass, I answer the phone. Hello? It's Mr. Biggs again. So he's like, yeah, yeah. So, he asked me about my day, blah, blah, blah. We just talking, just normal conversation. So I tell him, like, I had to go try to catch the bus to somewhere. Not the next day, because the next day was going to be like a Sunday. But that Monday that I had to, catch a bus, get up early to try to catch a bus to go somewhere that I needed to be. I can't remember if I had to go to the doctor or what it was, but I had to be somewhere. So I remember telling him like, yeah, I got to get up early because I got to go catch the bus, blah, blah. Now, I'm just talking. I'm really not thinking about, like he gonna try to send a ride. So he was like, oh, no, don't worry about it. You ain't getting on no bus. I tell my brother to come get you. No. Fuck no. Hell no. This is the part where this motherfucker kidnapped me at. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Yeah, this motherfucker is trying to kidnap me. Because what the hell are you talking about? You gonna send your brother that I do not fucking know? I don't care because you send him over here to give me money and bud. That you think I'm gonna get in the car with him? No, I don't know him just like I don't know you. I'm not getting in the car and going nowhere with this motherfucker. I'm not going to the end of the driveway, the block, across the street, nowhere with your brother. What the hell are you talking about? Hell no. So he was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, because I did kind of like, oh, well, hell no, I don't know him. That just how it instantly came out my mouth when he said, like, oh, hell no, I don't know him. So he was like, oh, no, okay, I'm sorry, wait, dang, okay, well, I'll tell you what, how about a cab? You still got some money? And I was like, yeah, I got some money. So he was like, yeah, catch a cab. Okay, now, I really hadn't just thought about it because I had got used to like going and catching a bus. I really hadn't thought about catching a cab. So I'm like, yeah, I guess I could. So come Monday, he ain't called earlier in the day like he usually do, which I really wasn't looking for it anyway. I just happened to realize later when he did call that he ain't called earlier like he usually do. Oh well. I ain't asking about it either. But he ended up saying on his own that they had did like a shakedown or something like that. I don't know. I guess they were searching they cells or whatever. And he was like, the officer took his cell phone, and then one of the other officers that he cool with managed to get the cell phone back out the evidence and was able to sneak it back to him. Y'all just got a lot of shit going on off in this motherfucker jail, don't you? You do. You really do. So, okay. I'm telling him like I just can't see me. I'm being completely honest with the guy. Like, hey, I can't see me being or agreeing to be in a relationship with somebody that is locked up because you can't be here. And the fact that you're in jail, I don't trust like nah, hell nah. What are you even in jail for? It don't even really matter. The fact that you are in prison. Like you're not even at the county lockup just being hell. You are actually in prison, motherfucker. Hell no. So the boy like he said he got caught up with sitting that bag, moving at work. So it's like okay, that makes sense. Makes sense. But are you insane? Like, why do you think that you supposed to date me though? Like, what? I still don't understand. So I had to ask him like, have you ever seen me before? Do you have any idea what I look like, who I really am, or you just happy to send money to any random girl that pick up the phone and talk to you for a minute. I just had to ask, like straight up, just like I just said it to y'all. So he was like, "Man, you crazy, ha ha ha." I hate when people do that. Like you say some serious shit and then you so crazy. I ain't fucking playing with you. What the fuck are you talking about? Nah, motherfucker, you crazy. You think you finna play with me like that? What you mean? How am I crazy? Explain. Make this shit make sense right about now, because I'm about to like lose my patience. So the boy couldn't take a hint. Don't seem like he just couldn't. He just couldn't take a hint. He sends his brother over there Monday, and his brother is in a different car, and he's telling me I gotta take him back home because he went and pulled this car out of storage or something somewhere. His brother said, bring it to me so I can have a ride to get around. What are you talking about? No, so y'all could even put some GPS tracker on here and wait for me to go home so y'all can try to use my family against me to make me go with you or something? No, hell no. Like all type of shit was going through my mind. No, 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 no. Anyway, like I say, I did end up, getting a cab and going to where I need to be and coming back. Um, Long story short, this went on for about a few weeks of him sending his brother over there to give me stuff. I got sick. He sent the brother to go pick up my medicine. Like, I didn't really want him going and doing, like, actually getting stuff for me. But like the time that I got sick, because I think that was like one times I had flu, so I was pretty sick, and I was just happy that somebody was going to do anything for me at that point because I felt so bad. But I eventually had to just nip it in the bud. Like, look, I'm just gonna unplug the phone. You're not gonna be able to call anymore. If I see your brother outside, I'm gonna just go the opposite way. Like, I ain't really got time. And I did plug the phone back up, and he did call back again. I said I plugged that phone back up like probably 2 weeks later, 2 or 3 weeks later, and he was calling that phone. Um, as far as the girl, kind of find out it was a girl there. She wasn't even in that dorm room. She was in another dorm room, and I know she was in another dorm room because I did her hair in her dorm room on a whole nother floor. I was on the 5th floor at the time this was taking place. So I don't understand why he thought that I would be dumb enough to just be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna wait around 6 months for some rando dude that I've never seen in my life to get out and come be in a relationship with me. What the hell are you talking about? That sounds so weird. Like, what are you saying? So, needless to say, like I said, the girl, she did graduate the previous semester. I did go and ask the house mother about it, or rather the lady, that's just what they call them, but the lady that was over our dorm. I did go and ask her, like, hey, do you know if any girls staying here last semester was dating a guy in jail? And she was like, y'all, she pulled, this is about the best example that I got, right? So she pulled out some mail. I'm trying to turn it to like maybe the fattest part of it. But anyway, the mail was probably like, it was probably like a stack of letters like that. She said that they had been coming. And because the post office on campus would not take the letters back, the girl, another girl the previous semester that actually was on the same floor that I was, say that this random guy started sending these letters to her mailbox, and then he started calling her phone. Now, how this dude is getting hold of, because once again, your PO box that they assign you, they just randomly go down the list. So if you get 978225 and I come right behind you, I'm gonna get 97226. You see what I'm saying? They just go down the, okay, you get this one, you get this one. Whoever comes, they just going down the line and assigning these mailboxes. They're not according to what dorm room, what dorm building you in, none of that shit, none of it. So he really taking a chance, because technically you could have been sending this to a boy. You don't know if a boy may have gotten this damn letter or whatever. But anyway, you guys, yes, that is pretty much the end of this story. um a few weeks later, the semester was over, and I moved out that dorm room anyway, so that definitely was the end of it. Yes, his brother did bring more money and more bud, and when I pretty much made it clear that I didn't want to be bothered with him again, it's like his brother just started bringing more and more stuff to me, but I just kind of stopped taking it, because I was like, okay, no, like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to take it. I did want to take the stuff, because, man, I ain't gonna lie, he had like a carry-on outfit one time, and I was like, oh, that shit is bad, I said, want that. But I can't take it. So, yes, I pretty much went ahead and nipped it in the bud. Because, no, jail nigga, I'm not trying to talk to you. I don't know what you got going, but no, we ain't doing that. Yeah, so, yeah, this is the end of the video. If you have enjoyed this story time, please give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and, yeah, until next time, good people.